What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So apparently, we have another Democrat that is switching over to the Republican Party, Tulsi Gabbard. And yes, this is wild right here. We've already seen Robert Kennedy Jr. switch over to the Republican Party just recently, a while back, and things like that. And this is something that we really need to pay attention to. Why are these lifelong Democrats switching over to the Republican Party? And I would like to point out definitely Robert Kennedy Jr. because at the end of the day, his family he's a nephew of JFK, uh the son of Robert Kennedy. The Kennedys have been a staple of the Democratic Party since the late 1950s, early 1960s, things like that. They've always been. And we had Teddy Kennedy, who was also a senator and things like that. And he died in that position and things like that. So yes, this is something that we really need to look at. So I'm gonna go here now. We're gonna check out and see what's happening with Miss Tulsa and things like that. Let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Also have former Democrat Congresswoman and 2020 Democratic presidential candidate, a woman that everybody loves. I watched her years ago where she just had so much common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. I like to say it because it's true. Like, we don't want men playing in women's sports. We want to have borders. We want to have fair elections. You know, little things like that, common sense, right? But she's here tonight, and I'm going to just ask her to come up and say a couple of words. Tulsi Gabbard.
Thank you very much. Aloha. You know, I was a Democrat for over 20 years. Today's Democrat, thank you.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I didn't play this first. Let's get a little update here. Let's go here now. Hold on.
According to Wikipedia, Tulsi Gabbard, TLC Aberd, TULC Gabbardi, born April 12, 1981, is an American politician, United States Army Reserve officer, and conservative political commentator who served as U.S. Representative for Hawaii's 2nd Congressional District from 2013 to 2021.
Okay. So that's who she is, things like that. Let's get back into it, okay?
Today's Democrat Party is completely unrecognizable, which points to the clear choice that we have in this election today. When you look at the party of Kamala Harris, for example, she is anti-freedom, she is pro-censorship, she is pro-open borders, and she is pro-war. Without even pretending to care about peace, as President Trump talked about, she has shamelessly embraced the endorsement and support of warmongers like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney and others who care more about power and feeding the military-industrial complex than they care about you, the American people, and peace. President Trump has pledged to end wars, not start them. And this is why, in the eyes of the Kamala Harris-Dick Cheney Democrat Party, they will do everything possible to try to destroy him. You'll see how they have weaponized the federal government. They have weaponized law enforcement, the Department of Justice. They have done everything possible to try to silence him, to try to remove him from the ballot, so we the people don't even have the choice to who we want to vote for. Why have they done this?
And that's my point right now. Seriously, is that over here in America, especially as a black man, and I understand what my ancestors and stuff like that went through, civil rights movement, a lot of things. The right to actually vote for who you want to vote for. That's the thing. And my thing is that, you know, when people come out and, you know, like Obama did stuff like that, it's like, listen, look, you know, you're supposed to do this, or, you know, they're feeling some type of way because, you know, people are making their decisions and they're trying to, you know, figure out the policies and stuff like that. Everybody has the right to vote for who they want to vote for. I'm not trying to stop anybody for voting for whoever you want to vote for. If you feel like that's what's best for, if they have the best policies and things like that, that best fit your life and things like that, cool, do that. But my gripe in the situation is, without this, throughout this campaign, is that why is everybody trying to take away the natural born right to vote? Why do we have to vote on race? Why do we have to vote on, you know, just because, you know, saying I share the same skin color as you, I'm supposed to vote for this person, or things like that, or I'm not supposed to vote for that person, and things like that. Like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? You know, the freedom as a human being is to understand what you're doing on this planet, and what's going to be best for you and your family, or best for you and your situation. And these are just facts. So I find it, you know what I'm saying, wow, that, you know, we have a lot of lifelong Democrats, you know, switching parties and things like that with this particular election, is, you know, while we're in this stage in the 21st century and things like that. It's just amazing to me, like, okay, all right, let's see, you know, let's see what's going on here.
Because this man has the courage to take them on and root out the deep rot of corruption in the swamp in Washington. Now, voters have made their voices heard loud and clear, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the last 3 presidential elections, nominating this man to be the Republican nominee for president because of his commitment to these fundamental American principles of freedom and peace and prosperity. USA. Now, to those of you here or those watching at home who are independent-minded people like myself, who love our country and are committed to the Constitution and to freedom, the Democrat Party has no home for people like us. But we do have a home in the Republican Party, where we are welcomed with open arms by President Trump and so many of you who love our country.
And this is where we're going here. And it's a choosing of sides. And that's what this thing is breaking down to. You know, open borders or closed borders. Are, you know, are we trying to bring back jobs to America, or are we trying to outsource the jobs to, you know, make sure that we satisfy the rest of the world, and make sure that, you know, they're okay too? You know, I mean, it's crazy to me that we have come to this precipice in time and things like that, that we are actually, you know, as citizens of this American country. And I know America has not been just the greatest, as far as things that have definitely, has happened to my race as far as, being a black African American. And I get it. But at the same time, though, too, this is my home. This is where I live, and this is where millions of other of my African American brothers and sisters live too. And we need to actually have the jobs and the stability for ourselves. It's been long enough to where we've gotten out of the drug culture that was happening in the 80s and things like that to our demographic and things like that. And we're trying to move forward. But the thing of this is yes, we cannot stay in the same mindset and keep the same situations going on to where we can't grow and move past certain things because we're still voting upon our thought process of black skin or racial culture. And we have to look at the policies and we have to look at what's best, not only, say just for ourselves, but what's best for the country, because that makes up what's best for us as well. When you live in a decent country to where, you have stable jobs and stable people and things like that, and you don't have a lot of interference from outsiders that are trying to grape you of your resources and things like that, and you can actually provide for your families and feel comfortable, as a man and as a woman, to do the right things and live decent and things like that, whether middle class on up to super rich or whatever you want to go. It's just, it's not going to happen if we keep giving our industries away to other countries and stuff like that, where they're paying their workers pennies on the dollar and things like that. And what company wouldn't want to engage in that, where they can keep the bulk of their money, but at the same time, though, too, sell us cheap products? I mean,
And what the French toast is there to think about?
I'm just being honest. Just being honest here.
And it is because of my love for our country, and specifically because of the leadership that President Trump has brought to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace, that I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party.
So basically, the state, the state and things like that of Hawaii is going red, because at the end of the day, though, Miss Tulsi, she represents Hawaii. So okay, Hawaii is going red. Um, this is also the situation here, man. It's all wild out here. Hold on. Let's keep going for a second.
I'm joining the party of the people, the party of equality, the party that was founded to fight against and end slavery in this country. It is the party of common sense. And
Right. And here we go. Definitely over here in America, what a lot of black people have forgotten, a lot of ADOS have forgotten, is that in the early in the early 20th century, late 1800s, early 20th century, black people actually were a part of the Republican Party. We helped founded the Republican Party. And I know a lot of y'all out there don't understand that. Do your research. It's serious. Do your research. We helped found the Republican Party. Straight out of slavery, we helped found the Republican Party. It was not until the late 50s, early 60s when things started to change due to the civil rights movement, stuff like that. LBJ came in with a few policies and things like that, a few favors. The Republicans were kind of, falling off and stuff like that, due to their policies at that point in time and things like that, because, policies had changed and stuff. So yeah, it is complicated, but yes. And I'm speaking to my African American brothers and sisters. And this was the case. Like, seriously. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass was a fucking Republican. So we, and others, of black men and women in those days. The thing of this is yes, history repeats itself, and we're finding out now how history does repeat itself. And these are the cases. So yeah, Miss Tulsi doing this move right here, and JFK, Robert Kennedy Jr. making that move, and it's a few other Republicans that are making that. I mean, a few other Democrats that are making the move and things like that. It's a telltale sign of what's going on here. We want proper jobs over here. We want a decent life. We don't want the wars and the proxy wars and stuff like that, funding this and that. And, shit. I mean, look at what Kamala did when, the storms happened. She came out and told those people that she only had $750, and then they had to use the internet to sign up to get certain things. And then we also saw the facts, what I'm saying? And we heard from these people, because the internet is real. We heard from these people that were in the eye of the storm. They're telling us that at the end of the day, they couldn't sign up for these things. And when they did sign up for them, half of them was being rejected. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. All I'm saying is, though, make your proper decisions. Make sure that you get informed with the right information. Look at both sides. Try to actually figure things out. Don't just sit there and allow the media to, just focus your mind on one set. I look at both sides. I look at MSNBC. I look at Fox. I look at all the other news networks, everything like that, to make sure that I'm gathering all the information from both sides before I just make proper decisions about, how things need to go and things like that. It's just fact. You need to look at everything in order to make the proper decision.
And the party that is led by a president who has the courage and strength to fight for peace. So, as we stand here today, we have 14 days until the most historic election of our lives. And my message to my fellow Americans, regardless of your political affiliation, now is the time for us to stand together to save our country. There is nothing less than that that's on the line. A vote for President Trump is a vote for a big open tent party that welcomes people from all backgrounds and all walks of life. A vote for President Trump is a vote to express our deep love for our country and our appreciation for our God-given rights and freedoms enshrined in the Constitution. A vote for President Trump is a vote for secure borders and safe communities, and a vote for President Trump is a vote for peace here in America and around the world. I'm looking forward to casting my vote for President Trump because you are our best and only hope in this election to lead our country toward a future where every one of us can live in a truly free, peaceful, and prosperous nation. Every single vote will count. This is our opportunity to vote for freedom, to vote for peace, to vote for America, and vote for President Trump to go back to the White House and make America great again. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to that. Yeah. Like I said, though, you know what I'm saying? Um, we as American citizens, we have the right to vote for whoever we want to vote for. And the thing of this is that the reason why this, this election is so chaotic till it's crazy. You got Obama coming out here talking about, he's disappointed in this and that, or maybe you just don't want to vote for a woman, and oh, you're misogynistic. And it's like, listen, look, what I'm saying, we looking at the policies, we're looking at what's been going on the past 4 years. The market rates are sky high. Wages are crazy. Things are just all over the place. Then at the same time, though, too, we didn't even vote for Kamala in a primary. Like it should be. First off, it's like y'all, you just want to give us, just give us this lady and things like that. You push Biden out. It's not like we don't see this. It's not like we don't see these things. You just shoved Biden off to the side and just gave us Kamala to run for this election. We didn't even vote for her in the primary like we supposed to. Come on, people. Like, I did. It's just it ain't right. It ain't right. And it's no way that we need to stand for these things, especially if it's somebody that we don't feel or think en masse that we need to actually be allowing to lead us. Everything wasn't done the proper way with this election. So, it kind of is what it is on that. And these are just facts, whether we like them or not. But yeah, though, I was, curious. I want to bring this to you guys about Tulsi, and, also present the facts about that, yeah, it's a lot of other Democrats that are switching parties in this particular time. And the thing of that is yes, that is a huge situation to where, you have lifelong Democrats switching parties and things like that. This is a huge issue. This is huge. So yeah, it kind of is what it is out here, people. And yeah, do your due diligence, what I'm saying, on your national and your local elections. Make sure you're voting for the people that you could, have some type of trust with, and that are actually for your cities and towns and things like that, and also actually for your nation's elections. Do your research and make sure that you choose who you think is best for what you want for your life. And it is what it is, though, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.